art, if I may. And I want to be very clear, this is, when you see this, I think one of the things people are really going to be impressed with is that this is not a Will Franken show. Will Franken is using his particular capabilities in certain areas to tell the story of William Blake's works, right? Not, some biographical detail. Are we filming?
Yeah, we're filming.
Oh, we're already filming. Okay. That's good. Did you start off automatically?
Yeah, I got all the beginner part,
wow,
because that's when you're actually honest as opposed to some weird character.
That's good. Okay, so you got me like mid-honesty.
Yeah, no, I got you at the one moment where you're honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you're gonna make it highfalutin and.
Well, yeah. Now I'm on a stage again, but yeah, I want to use some of my talents to tell this. And it's not a Will Franken show. I'm very, very clear on that. It's not a Will Franken show. But Scott brought this up earlier, because we're in Wanstead Flats here on the border of Essex, a place I call the Frontier. It gives new meaning to the word greater in Greater London. It's a very it's a vast open space out here, and I quite like it. So we finished principal photography on ZOA 1 today, and then tomorrow we're going to continue editing. We're continuing with the first 15 minutes are continuing apace, like the actual finished product, and then the script for ZOA 2 is ready. And thank you all for your support, those who have contributed so far. I have to tell you, the donations are very, very important, not just financially keeping us going. I mean, we're dealing with like a really low budget here. We're doing this our own way. This is two guys hands-on, and it's Will Franken telling the story of the works of William Blake, not the biographical details, only in as much as they connect to the work themselves. The prophecies, going from Songs of Innocence all the way through, and a story of, as the Zoas unfold, a story of a theology, the creation of a system, the enslavement, the liberty, and the contrary that's necessary to keep the whole circle going over and over again. The beauty of seeing the infinite in all things. You said not to go above 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, you're fine.
What are we on now?
We're on 2 minutes.
Okay.
And, I'm just waiting.
I told him to cap me off at 5 minutes because I can go on about this subject forever. This is my life now. It's like I've taken on the equivalent of writing 50 term papers and doing audio collages and all this stuff like simultaneously. So I've jumped in with both feet, or as Blake says when he leaves Swedenborg behind, he jumped into the void between Saturn and the fixed stars. So that's what we're at here tonight, shooting that scene where I mentioned that quote of Blake's, where he travels to the outer reaches of Saturn, and we've got this great shot where it goes up, and don't want to give it away, but there's some very, very good. Visually it's going to be great, auditorially it's going to be great, but most of all, it deals respectfully with Blake's works, his words themselves. So don't want to give too much of it away, other than to say we are continuing apace. We do need more donations. And, I don't know how this works. I hate begging for money, as it were, but, we do need more donations. It's not just financially it benefits, but it does actually change the mood. And instead of approaching it kind of with a sense of like, what are we doing? Are we out of our minds? Are we really doing this? It gives us a sense of like, okay, this is happening. This is a real thing. We're going to have 15 minutes of this hour-long project, which is 1/4 of the, one of the Zoas completed. Very, very shortly. So it is continuing. And basically, if you guys want the remaining 45 minutes, please kick in, or tell your friends to kick in, or do whatever you can to help support this project. I wanted to say, Scott mentioned something about we're putting Blake in his own time. And this is kind of I don't know if I should do it. This is going to take me over 5 minutes. What are we at now?
Oh, well, we can keep going.
Okay. This idea of, Blake was behind the times in the sense that he looked towards an ancient England, an ancient Christianity. But by going behind the times, as I often tell people, you can go so far behind the times, you're actually ahead of the times. So he completes the circle. As a result, he was not in his own time in that sense, which is why he was ignored in his own time. But what we hope to do with this is put Blake as a man who is behind and ahead of his time in his own time, so we see the context of how dangerous it really was to protest, for example, in late 18th century England against certain causes, for example. So we get the whole spirit of his time with the revolutions arising in France and America, and then by the last 15 minutes, we hope to bring it up to date to our present age. And what can we learn from Blake in his own context, in the context of the revolutionary romantic time of the late 18th, early 19th century. Going to be wonderful times ahead. Please contribute as best you can. I want to make this happen. I really do. Thank you.